What happened, huh?
The next halacha is very, very well, it's in this, it's a continuation of Vav. It's extremely, very, very strict. It comes down very strong.
Okay, so we're okay.
Okay, the last line on Reish Lamed
Okay, so
Hey.
let's do inside. Let's do inside the mechaber.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. From the beginning of the sif, and then we'll pick up from where we left off.
Remember, there's two ways of learning the beginning. Remember
The
that. It's
Ketzad,
either
you mean.
Ketzad or
Right, I mean,
Ketzad Socher Aleichem.
at first glance, they look like the same way, with different wording. Either you could say Ketzad, Seicher Aleim Peilim Begedim
It is. It's either,
or you could say Ketzad,
or you say
Seicher
Ketzad Aleichem, and then the answer is Soicher Poyalim, is the extra
right,
word you add.
right, Seicher Peilim Begedim Malachtan, yeah.
Okay, okay. V'chol sheyoisiv le'elu hapoyalim acherim al ma sheposak. Now, the second set of workers, were they to increase the rates on to what the original workers stipulated, right?
Yeah.
Noitel meharishoinim, he garnishes the money from the first set of workers,
From
right?
the original guys, yeah.
Right. In other words, presumably he hasn't paid him. Presumably.
Right.
So the money set aside for them goes to the second
Right, and
set.
even though let's say they finished half the work, but it's costing him more, he can deduct even from that half, and even though maybe they worked 4 hours, let's say only pay them 2 hours because that's what it cost them to
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it costs.
No regrets.
Yeah.
They dug their own pit. That's what they did.
Yeah. This is, listen, you left them hanging like double.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
And then we said a whole pilpul over here. The Miris Anaim went and as rather the Shach went into, can he keep the Kalim? Could he take
the Kalim? Can he take other stuff?
Yeah. Or do we say what takes preference, or Dafka Kalim but not the other stuff? Remember the whole okay. Yeah. So it says Ad Kama says Ad Kedei Schoren Shalishonim. You can garnish the full money set aside for the first set of Eidim.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now it says like this: the im hoyo. Listen to this one. The im hoyo lahem momen tachas yodoi lo mirzogen. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't mind if I switch to Yiddish sometimes, right? I mean, because it's just
no, I don't mind at all.
No,
I sometimes I prefer it even.
Yeah, I do too sometimes. But you know something, Mr. Brunswick here, I don't want to talk in Yiddish because I don't think he speaks Yiddish. I correct myself sometimes. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Yeah, and also it turns out there's people watching the video also, and you don't know who does and who doesn't. And
oh, you mean are you recording this at least or not?
Yeah. There's people watch it, Taka. I mean, not a huge amount of people. Now I'm not recording it anymore. That was great timing, no?
You have to be careful what you say, by the way, because it's out there.
Are you recording this?
Exactly. The moment's on that side.
Yeah, you're recording this? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's great timing.
Lamais is saying Yiddish, but translating to English immediately. That's it. That's I think if if you want the flow.
Yeah. No, the truth is the Yiddish that we use are usually even if you're not fluent, it's the more common things. You know.
Yeah, if you went through the yeshiva system in the 80s, 90s, and maybe
right, so it's these words. Usually a lot of the phrases we're using in Yiddish are phrases that are commonly used in in Limud Bichlal and in the Bate Medrash and whatever. So I think the amount of Yiddish we're using, we're okay with.
Indeed.
Fine. So you're muted, I think.
You're muted. Oh, wait. You're muted. You're muted.
You're muted. You have to unmute.
Mute.
I think he mutes itself automatically. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
okay.
That's the quietest I ever heard you read
It's mamish like actually, if a person learns like that, moving his lips, but he cannot be heard, he's yoitzer.
Yeah, because it's moving the lips. You have to move the lips.
I think that's the ikka.
By limud, by tefillah, no.
By tefillah, you have to be able to hear yourself, no?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more strict. Okay,
right. So now you have.
Laat me niet ook in geld van zij, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think this is the money which was earmarked for their salaries. I think stam money.
No, because not only that, and he's adding here that he already said.
He already said
ad kama ad kidei schar and shali shainim.
So it says like right. So it says dachas yodoi soichel lehashim amelocho ad 450 zuz. Yeah.
Yeah. How much? So 40, 50 zuz of their money. Meaning, and we're talking about a job that only costs a few zuz sachakil.
So he can go 10 times more, he said.
Yeah, and but then the smeh is going to put that into context.
Okay, so
meaning the context is going to put is if the thing I'm trying to save is sachakil worth 10 zuz, and I'm gonna. I mean
the dover ha'avud, you mean?
Right. It's so he's just giving an example. I gave him like a lot more, and then this meh says kishir shederech balabatim lisched le'esat tzarich l'malachim shlei tevid. What's the reasonable amount? The best will have to decide. What's the reasonable amount that our balabosh would spend in order to save this thing?
I think he's trying to say, and please correct me, that you have to take a few things into account. Not only, you know what I'm saying, it has to be within reason, within going rate. I think so, even though he's going to lose his pants.
Right, so it's not good, meaning everything is going rate. One thing before we were talking about the going rate for payalim, for a regular payal. Here, the going rate's going to be higher because it's a going rate on how much he would spend to save this thing. At the same time, it still has to be. He's going to tell you, what's it called? My you stopped working on my $5,000 car, and now it was going to be broken. So I hired a guy for the $1 million that I was holding for you, and I said, I hired him for $1 million.
I think you cap it. I think you cap it at its loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he phrases it differently, but ultimately,
and I'll tell you why. Idea. Because why should I lose? Why should I lose out of it? I'd like my money back.
But also define its loss. Is it the materials? Is it the finished item? Is it the item as it would have been in the marketplace? So that's why I think this smed, the way he phrases it, is kishir shederech balibatim lisker le'eis hatzarich limalach don shalei tevid. What's the normal amount that a person would pay to not sustain this loss? Whatever that amount is, that's the cap.
Okay, fine. Okay, so Hagor, let me do the Hagor, yeah? Be'im lo yisocher aleihem acherim, ein apoyalim achayom leshalem loi, hezekoi, be'im lo yisocher aleihem acherim, ein apoyalim achayom leshalem loi, hezekoi, if he didn't go and get the second person, right?
Right.
The second set of workers, they don't have to pay for the hezek. Why?
Which is a funny thing to say.
That's the whole point over here.
I'm assuming he must mean that he was able to and didn't, because what if there was no people there anymore? That's the whole point of a davar avod. The whole point of davar avod means I can't find people. If I could find people, so what's the problem? I'll pay them a little bit more. What if I can't find people? Didn't we say he has to?
Is talking about that they were there and he couldn't and he didn't do it, or they
Yeah,
weren't.
it must mean meaning. What's he gonna do? He's gonna outsmart the system. What does he want to do? The davar avod is worth $10,000, let's say, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? Instead of hiring people for 10,000 to finish it, and then I sell it for my 10,000 or whatever, I'm gonna outsmart the system. I won't do any work. I'll just collect the insurance money and walk away from the loss. I have the insurance money. What do I care?
Uh-huh.
So he didn't. So it means that he could have done it. No, meaning I thought it more expensive, but he could have hired other people at more expensive to do it. He could have sochar aleim. Instead, he's thinking, listen, I'll just take the money to cover the loss and walk away. So this
it's
he can't do.
from here. It's mashma from here that the halacha requires you to share the costs of the loss. I'll tell you why. Unless
not the cost, but at least the effort. You have to be putting the effort to
no.
finish it.
What about in the money that he's holding from the and this is what I'm trying to say. The money that he's holding from the poyalim, right? The original batch of poyalim. Yeah. Let's say you don't have arboim or chamishim zuz. It's going to come out of your pocket.
Fine, but then you don't have. If you don't have, you don't have. What are you going to do?
That's what I'm saying. That.
But here you have.
No. When it says over him, loy socher aleihem, then he doesn't have to give you anything. That means to say when there's no out of pocket for him.
Or alternatively, you have their money. You have their money.
Yeah,
right?
But out of pocket.
You have their money.
Pocket.
You have their money. Or let's even say to satisfy all this vadis, you have kliyum nasam. That according to everybody, you can be typhus, right?
Oh, then yeah.
Okay, so the point is, you have to give it back to him if you didn't try to seicher alayim. Meaning, I'm just going to take his kliyumnus and sell them and walk away. So who cares? I don't have I had a loss. I don't have a loss. I'll take his kliyumnus. I'm done. I'm good.
Right.
No, you can't do that. So that's what he's saying. No.
Let me be a little bit more direct. Let me be a little more direct. If there is no kliyumnus, and they have no money tachas yodoi, and he doesn't have nechosim, like we said yesterday, and all he has is only the money that he's holding set aside, or he has all the above, but it doesn't reach to the amount that would be able to pay off for arbaim or chamishim. It's a valid question.
So then what are you going to
do? So the thing is, could you tell the guy, we're not giving you anything because you didn't try?
Well, he's holding it.
I don't understand the lotion over here. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, they can go to Bezdin and say, he has to give us our kliyumnus back, and he'll say,
what
kliyumnus? It was a davar avod, and you left. And they'll tine it, but you didn't try to seicher aleinu.
Was meint zu sagen, im loy socher aleihem acherim min apoyalim chayom leshalem loy ezeikoi?
Meaning there was workers that he could have hired for against their money. Doesn't make a difference.
If there's no workers, right? If there are no workers, verfallen. So then
they have to pay him kol hezekei.
They have to pay kol hezekei. Right. Exactly. They could sue them for kol hezekei. Right. If there are workers, so
but
then
they're more expensive.
You garnish their what do you call it?
Their wages.
To the extreme that
and
whole
depending on how much you have, and depending on how much it would cost, v'chulu.
Right,
Okay,
right.
you garnish them,
But even after the fact that there's what to garnish, right? There's money.
right. So what? So then he would. So but
and
so
their,
if,
and
if
their
he
equipment.
decided,
And
if he decided he's going to garnish the money, and instead of paying other workers to finish it, he'll just keep the money. Nope, you can't keep. He can't keep the money. He has to have gone and hired these other workers to finish it.
I got you. He has to make the effort.
Yeah.
היינו על ידי דווקא שטוב, ויש להם דסכר עליהם 40 מזוז, היינו דווקא שתופס כלי ומנוסם, אבל שור דברים לא. Interesting, because yesterday we were talking about kli umnusam. We said that it was a bigger shibud.
Yeah.
Right.
So according to this photo, so much. Right. So according to this,
it's not just a fancy lomdish raid. It's more the shibud and this and that. This is mamish. It translates into real stuff. That when it's
this is, if you look, this was it the Shach who brought up that this is the Shemrim that in the Ramah.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question over here? When it says over here, Klum Nosom, yeah?
Yeah.
It could be mitzad kama v'kama tamim, I think. One tam could be, I mean, you could disagree, I want to hear from you, is because since the Kenyan, there was a Kenyan over here.
So that was the whole what do you call it? That was the whole
the Kenyan was with the Kli Umnosum.
That was the whole shach that we
And the Kenyan was performed, right?
Yeah. So now he has a mashkin, actually. Right, because that's the whole thing of that's. Remember, we said that's why he uses the lashon meshicha on the that he did meshicha on the kli, but he meshicha on the kli. The kli is not the thing. Because it's a.
So let me ask you a question. What makes why is this the shibud on the kli umnus stronger? Is it because he performed the Kenyan?
I think because he's performing the work with them, because it's they're more kosher Indian.
Because they didn't, or is it because there's a shibud at all here that there isn't anywhere else, and you're obligated to, you know what I'm saying?
Also, but once you're obligated, the thing that's more kosher Indian is going to have more of a.
Now, what I'm asking you is are we talking about two different cases, one with a Kenyan, one without a Kenyan?
I think we're talking about Sayazay and Sayazay.
Yeah.
But we're talking about even without a Kenyan. That was, I think, what the Shach established. Was we're talking with. Give me one second.
I think the Shach talks about it.
Yeah, give me one.
I see that Rebbe Akiva Eiger talks about it.
جيت نغابة ذات مشكلة كان غريبة كمان يا تفاصيل ورا من ما عارف
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Come say hi. Stand up. Listen to you. Say hi. You're excited to come for Shabbos.
Hello.
He's excited to come for Shabbos.
You are?
Remember night when it was the night?
Remember
Yeah.
last time he came, it was by night, he says. Tomorrow we're
Mitzvah
going to
Shem.
come. We have a very lovely time.
Don't come dich spät.
No, I'm going to pick Mimi up at 12 o'clock from Crown Heights, and we'll go straight up from
Fantastic.
school.
What's the Rabbi Akiva Eger?
Right, this was the Shach first. This was the Shach
Fine,
talks
yeah.
about. It's talking about you could have the clear umnus and you're not moishach them. It's a tzutach dorten.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to come up because
Right.
just
Right,
because it's
no, and it came up already in the Shach where he said that we can't be talking about Dafka when he made a kinyan on it, because that, remember, we already had in Sif Aleph that even Belavi Hachi, when he makes a kinyan on it, it becomes a meshubed lift to the job by a kablan.
yeah.
So then what's the chiddush here? So we have to say it's talking dafke where dafke even if we didn't make a kinyan on it.
Even, right?
Yeah, because if he made a kinyan on it by a kablan, even belavi hachi, he makes it into a pekadin.
Okay, so let's finish off the sim. יש שם מאוד צוחר עליהם על 40 זוז, היינו דווקא שתוצאו למנוצים על שאר דברים לא.
Right.
ודווקא בדובר אבוד,
Right.
שאין
That's
ממש
that's
בגלל מלמד.
the Shach brought this Yeshemlim. There was
ודווקא
B'Shem
בדובר
Mordechai.
אבוד שאין ממש, כגוי מלמד כדוי מזה, אבל בדובר אבוד של ממד צורך לשם כל הזיקוי.
Yeah. So this is dafka when you're talking.
Why is the melamed not considered mamonai? For the melamed, that's money.
No. But meaning. Oh, interesting. No. The Davar Avud. The Davar Avud is. By the way, he just changes the whole thing. By the way. He just changed it to, in most cases, Mishalim Tzarech L'Shalmai, you can sue him for the full value. Doesn't make a difference if he had items by you or not. Why by a Melamed is not Mamin? Because the Davar Ha'avud is the time of the child learning, remember?
Yeah.
It's that he's sitting and Helech Mevatel. That's the Davar Ha'avud.
Yeah.
So in such a case, meaning he said, yeah, taka to replace the Melamed is costing money, right? The new, if you find the new Melamed, but the Davar Ha'avud itself is not a monetary loss.
Okay.
So in these cases,
Yeah, but the person
which is funny because he just switched he switches the whole thing on his head here.
But you know something,
Because that's most cases. Most cases, the Davar Ha'avud is going to be a monetary loss. How many cases are there that the Davar Ha'avud is an intangible?
Right. And in what way is a melamed not a tangible thing?
It's not the Melamed that's intangible. It's the Davar
services.
It's the Davar Ha'avud itself. What was the thing that you lost? Wasn't the Melamed? Wasn't
the kid not learning?
Meaning by Pishton, you lost Pishton. It has a monetary value. The Pishton.
Yeah, but by melamed
here, what's
the
here? What's the what? Right, but which is perhaps worse. But what's the monetary value of the fact that the kid didn't learn for those 5 days?
Yeah, exactly. How do you shut
I mean, I can tell you what the cost is to replace it, but there's no monetary value. There's no you can't what do you call it? You can't measure it.
Yeah.
So in something like this, so if it's a house and you stopped working on the roof and now you messed up my whole house, I can put a value on that. So now it doesn't even make a difference if I have money by you or nothing. Mishalem like color zeke.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you could take money into account. You just take whatever money you can get your hands on, and then bill him for the rest.
Whatever it is, but the bottom line is meaning not just that. If in the other case, in the case like say by a malamed, like we're saying here,
Yeah.
right? If you didn't have either his money or according to the other to the Hashem his kliumnus, right? It's not just that you can't be typhus, it's you have no taina and basin for anything more than that.
Yeah.
Here, fine, listen, if you have it, be typhus it, but if not, you can also taina him and basin for the whole nazik. Whatever the nazik was, you can taina him and basin. You can go to basin to collect the full
Full
damage.
amount.
Yeah.
Okay, weiter.
Okay, so what I guess Smeh. Let's do Smeh first.
Yeah. 40 כשיעור שדרך בעל הבתים לזכור לעש הצורך למחתום שלא יסויבד. אוקיי, ככה זה רמב"ן. והנימוקי יוסף, וממילא שיעור מהם ונון לאו דווקא הוא, אלא כפי דרכו של בעל הבית, וכפי העניין של הדובר, להוסיף אוי לגרויה בשיעור מהם ונון.
Right, it could be higher, it could be lower. He's just giving you an example.
An example. Benida Tigam das Rambam Mechaber who can because Beis Yosef Darki Moshe that this is capped. It's capped at 10 times more, I think, no?
What by in the Beis Yosef and the Dargamesha?
Yeah.
I think they must have brought. I didn't see it. He must have brought a sweater that it's dafka, that it's the dafka Arbaim Chamishim.
I think Arbon Bechamishim Benigu to 4 and 5. I think it's probably the maximum is 10, according to them.
Well, because it's talking about Arba or Chamisha. It's talking about Arba imay Chamishim. Is talking keneged Arba Chamisha. Meaning, he's not stam saying 40-50. He's saying 40-50 as opposed to 4-5. So yeah. So
yeah,
10.
but that's a ratio of 1 to 10.
Yeah. So yeah, 10 times more. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Yes,
saying
right.
that it seems, I didn't see the Rambam, maybe you should look at it, but that the Rambam caps it at 10 times more, not more.
No.
And the others say no, it's just an example.
And he says that even the Rambam and the Mechaber, even they would hold this way. They were just giving an example of
yeah, that's what he said. And not the way the Beis Yosef
according
says.
To the smell, yeah.
Yeah,
look,
but
v'nira shegam das Rambam and Mechaber came.
yeah, and apparently the Beis Yosef held not like that.
Right, and he says, and even so, that it seems to him that the das Mechaber is such. Maybe in Beis Yosef he was bringing a different svar or whatever, but according to the Smeh, even the final psak of the Beis Yosef here is here in the Mechaber that it's a kolafi inyan. It could be more, it could be less, but a kolafi inyan. According to this man.
Who the Beis Yosef said it bishmoi or b'shem the Rambam?
I don't know. But I guess it implies in the Beis Yosef that mem v'nun is dafke mem v'nun. It's capped at that, and it's not, and it can't be more. which maybe he was bringing this from the Rambam also.
ונראה גם דס המחבר, הרמב"ם במחבר הוא כן, right?
Yeah.
So there was
So
kind
like
of,
in Mashikosa, not like how he wrote in the Beis Yosef.
yeah. Weiter, lass mich gehen, ja?
Yeah.
Lamed Dalet, no? No, you want
Yeah.
to finish
Lamed. We did Lamed Dalid. No?
I think this is it, because the next one is on Zion.
I don't know. Lamed Dalid. No, we did. Yeah. Lamed Dalid. You know, you're right.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because the Smeh finished the thing Vav.
You know, we skipped the Smeh also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Smeh Chafei.
Let's do it. עד כסורן אשר ישנים, כן הוא לא שנה גמורה ולא שנה רמב"ם ברש"י, פירשו כפשוטוי, משמעוס הלושן, דאים זכור להפועל בבייס דינרים, ליום וחוזר באמצע היום, סויכר לו ונועצה להשני, בייס דינרים. So he
Right.
didn't lose
So he
anything.
gives him up until the full amount, the whole two dinner, instead of the one dinner because he was Chetzi Hayim. So he gives the second guy 2 dinarim and the first guy nothing, even though he worked half a day.
Yeah, very good. That's Posh. That's the way Rashi learns.
Yeah.
And Rambam also learns like that.
Yeah.
אבל הראש והטור פירשו ז"ל עד כדי הכפל משכר הראשונים. That what means that if
Twice
the,
the schar.
in other words, if he said 2, well, half of what? Of the half a day or half of the full day?
Well, how
How you
no,
gonna shut up?
because in the first one he gives him the full thing of the day. So by them it means kefil from the twice their full day.
Because are we talking about half days or full days? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're talking about the guy worked half a day.
So when he said for half
Instead
a dinner
of a
was
full
half
day.
a day?
So it's 2 dinarim per day. So they retracted in half of the day. So usually speaking, you would owe them. If it was not a davar avud, you would owe them a pail. You would owe him 1 dinar. So because of the way that Rashi and the Rambam and Mefarish is very simple, is that you give the new guy, you can give him up to the full 2, and you can give
For the half a day. For the half a day.
For the half a day, which means you're going to end up giving the original guy 0.
When he said 2 dinim for the first guy, right? That was for the full day. So
Yeah.
you're paying.
And now he's going to pay the second guy 2 dinar for half a day.
Oh, half a day. That's what it means.
And pay the first guy 0 because I just gave you 2. I gave him sorry, but the other guy was twice as much, and I had to give it to you. I had to give it to him. So you got nothing.
Right. That's Aleihim. That's Pshal Aleihim. אבל הראש והטור פירשו ז"ל עד כדי הכפל משכר ראשונים, right?
Yeah, because it's Aleihim. It's meaning on top of, it's another one on top of the schar yom.
So what's the equation now?
So they're saying it's meaning what the Rashi and Rambam are saying. Aleihim means on the half a day.
Yeah.
Which meaning up until the full day. They're teaching it up. Aleihim on the full day, which means twice the amount of the full day. So they're saying 4 dinarim. Up to 4 dinarim. And they'll have to pay out of pocket. It basically comes out to how you touch up the Gemara. Meaning is the ad kidei scharon.
Yeah.
Are we including the schar? Or we mean ad kidei scharon the schar, or we mean ad kidei scharon on top of the schar, which would be twice the schar.
Yeah.
So according to Rashi and the Rambam, ad kidei scharon means up to the 2 denarim.
Well, it could be more. Anything that he had, no?
Well, at this point, you're just talking about Seicher Aleim is, well, let's assume he doesn't have their money.
No. I'm saying, what about if he had if he three dinarim, 4 dinarim, whatever it is, it takes whatever.
So according so then no, you're going to be capped at meaning. Let's assume you don't have the kli malach done, you don't have anything.
According to this chat.
So then you can only, it's going to be you can pay up to the amount that you were going to give him altogether, and on top of that you can't take from their pocket.
Why are you capping it at 2?
The Rosh is going to argue on this.
Why are you capping it at 2? What's the reason?
Why? Because that's how they're touching up the Gemara.
Uh-huh.
That when the Gemara says ad kidei scharon, it means up to the amount. That's up to how much you get. Okay. However, the Rosh is saying no. Ad kidei scharon means another full ad kidei scharon on top of the original ad kidei scharon. So it's up to 4 dinarim, and not just it's up to 4 dinarim. He's going to say the Rosh. But if for example, since you only how are you going to get the 4 dinarim? I only owe you 2. I can even take it out of your pocket. You have to pay me now. 2 more dinarim.
That's who? That's the Rosh?
The Tur and the Rosh say.
The Tur and the Rosh says that. So according to the first pshat, according to the Rambam, it's only
Rambam Rashi, it's up until just the amount that you owe that for the entire day that you're supposed to.
For the entire day, and he says up to.
And the Tur and the Rosh say up to double that.
Well, okay, double that.
Why?
Okay.
Because they're teaching the words of the Gemara is ad kidei scharim.
Right.
Meaning, is it up to 100% or is it up to 100% on top of the 100%?
Yeah.
When I'm saying 100%, right? You know how like when you say something 50%, are you talking about 50% of the item or 50% on top of the item?
Right.
You know, like we had by Echad Meshishis, right? From by Eno.
Yeah.
What was it? What is it called? Shisia or whatever?
Shisus, no?
Shisus, yeah. So Shisus, if you remember, there's 4 ways of Shisus, both going up and going down. And one is that it's another 7th on top, and one is it's a 6th of. There was, so it's the same thing here. So when the Gemara says ad kidei scharon, are we talking about up until there's schar, or we're talking about up until an additional there's schar upon their schar? So according to Rashi and the Rambam, we're talking about just their schar. And according to the Rosh and the Tur, we're talking about this amount on top of the original.
I think I'm gonna underline that because it's a little confusing that.
Yeah.
Really, the 1 second. The image. 1 second. Rambam. Ad kidei. ביקשו ממני לדבר בעברית, העברית שלי זה לא כל כך הייתי מעדיף לדבר ביידיש, אבל בזמן שיידיש, כן? אוקיי. זה מנחם קלינסקי, זה ידיד מיינה, זה חשוב מחוץ נכד. Mein Bruder hat gehabt mit Greenwald und er hat gehabt mit Greenwald. Ich
Okay.
Okay. The shoes, אבל הראש, the careful. I'm pretty sure it can be right. The שיעור שכירות שבו ליטל בעל הבית, שיגמרו המלוכה בעשר שיעור, גומר לנטל בעל הבית ליטל מכיסם. אם יעזו בו יצטרך להסיק פועל מאחר, מיגמר מלוכה כאין כמובן. Yeah, he's saying like this. They agreed upon a certain price, right? That's what yeah? Okay, so now, okay, so what do we do now? You quit. First of all, we take whatever it takes to be mashlim. That's what he's saying. Whatever it takes. That's what the Smeh is saying. The בשיעור שכירות שבו ליטל בעל הבית כשיגמרו המלאכה באויס השיעור גומר להכניס לבעל הבית ליטל מכיסם.
Well, but he says, but he does say kefil.
He
is capping it.
He's not saying anything here.
Yeah. Ad kedei hakefil misachel sheni.
Actually, achpil es arvenecho.
It's only until kefil, only twice.
Correct. So
the difference being, and wait a second, where are you going to get that other two zuz? You don't owe him another two zuz. Oh, so you're going to deduct it from. So he's going to have to pay the extra two zuz from his pocket. The payul.
This is who the Rosh.
The Rosh, yeah, the Rosh and the Tur.
Is he passing like them, or he's just explaining them?
At this point, he's just explaining them.
The pirusho im kvar nosal lehem haschirus odayin lo hischil bemelocha lo yeknas ala poel afil bedover hob baderech shikam rambam bemech.
Is that Bedrisha? No.
Behind Drisha, yes, שגם הרמב"ם מחבר, אף שכל סוג לא שונה גמורה, מכמו כמסביר להם פירוש, the Aruch והטורה. It turns out they're saying the same thing.
מדיקוס ובכל מה שיוסף, וכל מה שיוסף, נטל מהראשונים.
The Mashu Noitel Hoisofo Mekisom.
Right, and if you look in the Mechaber also, he uses this, right?
Yeah.
The mashma neitel hisofa mekisam. The gam lechilku ben kvar nosan hamaschirus. So that's another proof. Another proof is they're not mechalik. What if you paid him already? So you get nothing? You're done? You're No, if you paid him, you can take it back from him. So if you can take it back from him, what's the difference? I take back from him the original amount to neitel mekisei. Same thing. So he uses another proof that Taka really the Rambam and the Rashi will also really they also hold the same way. They're just wording it in a different funny way. But so according to the Smeh, everybody will agree here that it's that he can take more money and he can even extract from their pocket.
Originally, he said not like that. Or you take the whole money and that's it.
Right, only the money. So now this man is explaining that what they mean by it is the same thing as the Tur and the Rosh, that he can take twice their money, and he can extract from the pocket. Meaning what they're saying, ad kedei schoran shel rishainim, meaning on top of the original amount, an additional ad kedei schar and shel yishenim. That's what they mean to say. And really they agree with the Tur and the Rosh.
Which is probably what the Tur and the Rosh explained. You know, ad kedei schar means behoisofa.
Yeah.
In other words,
Right.
behoisofa means how much? Also capped at double or what?
That's what it seems like they're saying is bekefil dafka. Why does it cap at double? Maybe because the lashon hagemara, is where's the lashon hagemara in here? Ad kedei scharon.
What does that mean?
Ad kedei scharon. So they're giving a limit, but kipshute would mean only until how much they're getting paid. The way the Tur and the Rosh are explaining it, ad kedei scharon means an additional ad kedei scharon on top of that, meaning double. So he's still the Gemara is still capping it because, and I guess they're forced to cap it at double because that's the Lashon Gemara. It says ad kedei scharon, it doesn't say ad bichlal.
I'll tell you what's bothering me. Lulei the Gemara, if it weren't for the Gemara, right?
Yeah.
But not for the Gemara, I would say, why cap it? Why cap it? Those gemacht Schoden.
Right? So
Right?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
You're going to make me what do you call it, a loss for whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
So now the words at the end of the Ramah make a lot of sense. V'dafke b'davar ha'avod she'ein mamin she'ein mamin. But you're right. If you caused me a loss, that's mamin. Tzarich l'shalom le'kol hazekei. Here we're talking about the melamed that he lost. The thing that he lost, you can't really put a proper number on. So how much is the amount going to be capped? Double what the agreed amount was. That's the word it's capped on. If, like you're saying, wait a second, I had a hezekah 4 times as much, right?
Yeah.
Fine, but then you're telling me it's something you can put a number on, that it's a hezekah 4 times. So then we know the halacha there. The halacha there is mishalim leikol ezeke.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just hold me a second, please. My apologies. Okay.
No problem. Okay, so yeah, so all of this is one is we're you're right. If Taki mamish caused you a monetary loss, it's going to be whatever the monetary loss is. Mishalom leikol zeke. Here we're talking in a case where it's taka davar avod. You're causing me a loss that I can't fix, but it's not. But I can't put a monetary value on the loss itself, and therefore the only thing we can put the money the value on is on the is on the amount of work or whatever that it costs to replace it.
You mean that?
And if I can't replace it,
The Dover Ovod doesn't mean say that you have to throw the whole keren out, right? And you lose literally your inventory, your principal. Dover Ovod means that it could be done for a cheaper price or something like that. No, or
davar avod.
Dover Ovod means Dover Ovod.
Davar avod. No, it means it's a davar avod. Because sometimes a davar avod does not have a clear monetary value. I can tell you what the cost is to finish this thing, to get this other teacher, whatever it is.
I mean, I don't want to question you.
Or I can't at all. But
you have the Schwarz von Weiß, what you're saying now, or not?
Because look, because if you look, this is what the Ramah is saying in the end.
Aber Dover Avod shel Mammon.
Ein Mammon ki gei melam de gedeme. Alaze. Aval be Dover Avod shel Mammon tzarich lishalim like kol hazekei. Kol hazekei means kol hazekei. I don't care that the hezek is 4 times the thing.
It brings
right, and like we learned from the smeh, but rather it's not going to be kafel in that case. It's going to be up until the memor nun and lav dafke memor nun. He's just giving an example. It's going to be kol hazeke.
When we learned Dover Avod, did we define it or not?
Yeah, we defined Dover Avod. Here. Here, look at Smeh Yud Ches.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Avod shehu tzorich shah ve'yiskalkel im lo yugmer melachta miyad.
Yeah. But the question becomes, is it a kilkul that I can put a monetary value on or not? If I can't, it's still Dover Avod.
Of course you could. Pishton? Raw Pishton.
Pishton, yeah, but the 5 hours the kid didn't learn, what's the value of that? I can put a value on how much the melamed costs, but I can't put a value on the learning itself. That the kid sat there and didn't learn. There's no set value to that. I can tell you what a melamed will take for his time to teach him.
By the case of the Pishton and the Mishra, right?
That's a monetary loss.
So there you agree that you go all out, right?
It seems partial to me that Mishalem leikol hazeke, kipshute. Ad like this mess says ad memaynun v'lav dafke memaynun.
I'm having I mean, I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense. I just don't know how to define this.
It's very strange because he's narrowing it down to like a handful of cases that will be, instead of like He's spending so much time on such a rare case, basically.
And also he goes backwards and forwards in the middle of the Sif by
Yeah.
Dover Oved, Dover Ein Oved, a Dover Oved and Momoin and
Right, and Yochelim Tzeachedim, and Yochelim Tzeachedim.
yeah, okay.
Yochelim Tzeachedim, but only B'Yoker.
Okay, so the Smeh basically brought down the same Ramban and the Neder Yehuda, right? Leumas, the Tur and the base and the Rambam. No, sorry, the Rambam and the Mechaber.
By where? By what?
I'm not sorry. The Ram, the reader the Shigam das Rambam Mechaber who came below which goes to base Yosef.
Yeah, which one are you by?
No. I'm saying. Are you? What are we saying now? The Shach?
Which Sifkat?
Chavov. No. I'm sorry.
No, we have to go. That's from before already. We have to go to. Let me see. We just finished the Smech of Hay.
Yeah.
So that was where we said.
Yeah, but I'm going. So what? So let me. So it's funny because he repeats the same thing. The Shmeh in Chavov, it's the same thing.
Well, the Smech of Vav, we remember we accidentally learned it before Chaf Hey. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. So
now
we'll
go back to. So fine. So the Smeh, that's what the Smeh says is that even though it looks like the Rambam and Rashi hold only the amount, really they believe that really they hold Kaifel all just like the Rosh Natur. Now Shach.
1 second.
Lamed base.
1 second. 1 second. I ask you 1 second because. Oh, now Shach Lamed Dalet.
Lamed base.
Lamed base. Okay. Bechol Sheyosef, right?
That's anything that he now has to pay more to these guys, to the new guys.
Okay. Bechol Sheyosef Kleimer Kefi Ma Shesocher Esarishenim Yochel Hosef Lachrenim. Benoitem Merishenim. אפילו לא נוסע להם עדיין כלום, כגון שסחורן בבית סלוים וחזרים ועדיין לא נוסע להם כלום, סויכר לכם בדלת סלוים for the half a day work, ונויתם מרשים בית סלוים for the half a day work which they did.
Yeah.
וזהו ברור דס הרמב"ם, וכן דס הראש, בטור, רש"י, פירוש בין אחר.
Right.
לא כנראה מהרב המגיד, ובייסיון של רש"י סביר לכרמב"ם. Okay, so even that. וברוך המקוסה בין... what's בנחת? וזה לשוינה, עד כדסחורון, ישם עד מה שבעל הבייס, תופוס מסחורון, והוא פירוש אשי, וישם בכיפה מסחורון. וראשון איקו, עד כדשוינה. What does that mean? What you said, Menachem?
One second, look at what this is. Maybe it's his. עד כדי סחורן, יש אמרים, עד מה שבעל בייס תופס מספרם, הוא פירש רש"י, ויש אמרים בכפל מהסחורן, וראשון עיקר כאן השני, ותמילי. Yeah, so he says, the Ben Yerucham says,
this baby girl named
he brings the Yesh Emrim, he brings the he brings the Pirush Rashi and the Rambam, or the Pirush Rashi, anyways, and he brings the. You remember how the Smeh said that no, even Rashi and them will agree that really it's kaifel. So he brings the kaifel as a yeshem b'nim only, and he says v'rishon ikar that it's not kaifel. V'tmiali, the Shach says, what are you talking about? Sheikhriya negedas harosh rabbi, that he's going against the Rosh, who the Rosh clearly says kafel.
Who's Rabbi?
Rabbi Yerucham, it was the Rosh was Rabbi.
The Rosh was the Beruchim's Rabbi, right?
That's what it looks like. It says here. I don't know, unless it's the
The Tur. I think.
It's the Tur. The Tur. It goes
His
back.
father
to
was his Rebbe.
The Tur. V'Rabbein Yerucham. Right. It's the Tur. It's also Rabbein Yerucham, but the Tur writes this also, and so that he's Tamil Shechriya Neged Das Harosh Rabbi. Ubifrat Ikar Karosh v'Achimuch b'Yerushalmi Ein Sham. Meaning, like the Smeh is saying, and like the Smeh says that even the Rashi and the Rambam really agreed, really admit to this also.
Correct.
So he this what's it called? So he doesn't understand how the. So he's agreeing with the with the Smeh. He's agreeing with the Smeh that the Iker is not just the amount, but careful the amount.
Now everybody agrees to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Weiter.
Okay, Lamed Gimel.
Lamed Gimel hoyo lahem momoin. Huloshen Rambam smag umash belosen zeh dafilu lo yitno lo nosu lo amomim beteres mashken.
Oh, see, he says it here clear, like
like what I asked. Remember?
Yeah. Here he's answering this in black and white.
Yeah. Baruch Hashem. I'm happy when you and I find answers of our questions inside, which means that we have the right idea.
It means you're right. It means that you're following the train of thought.
The train of thought, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
וכן משמע בדברי התורה פסקים, וכן נירא להדים בדברי התוספות וקדושין, וכן הוא בפסקי תוספות שום אין שום, לא כמו שכוסו וסמ"ג בהלכות קידושין, דהיינו כשיצנו עמו בקינין חושב שיזכור פועלים. See, there's those who argue.
Yeah, and the Shach also brought it up before, and he said, no, this can't be.
Yeah, he brings this smag, yeah?
I don't know if it means the smag, but he brought up, when he was talking before about, what was it? Just
גם מוטרי פרק כמה בקידושין, היבי דיבלי הסמג, ודיבלי הרבי יהודה רבי יצחוק, דיבלי הסמג, okay, it's tutzach machloikes,
Yeah, but the bottom line is, he says that this is when we say that im hoyel lehem mamin, it's even if it was not a mashkin, and even if it was not part of a kinyan and it was not part of a mashkin, he just happens to have his money from something else.
Yeah.
Good. So okay, I guess we'll start from the top of the next page.
Let me ask you a question. I know Friday is a difficult day.
I would love to if we can get it in.
Yeah, I want to cram in at least an hour.
100%. Yeah, not just that. I tell you, like last Friday we did.
Yeah.
And the whole Friday, the whole Shabbos is
it's under the Shabbos.
You're entering it into a whole different thing. It's
listen.
We have to make preparations for Shabbos. But halacha is also preparation for Shabbos. Part of the preparation.
What are you talking about? This is the biggest preparation you can make.
Yeah, 100%.
This is Mishpat Torah Berev Shabbos Ocha B'Shabbos.
Yeah.
No. I saw that. I actually